Hello, how are you doing? My name is Otto and welcome to the channel. This is the Zhiyun Crane M3 and this is a video tutorial to learn how to use it and how to balance a camera. And if you're looking for information about the gimbal, I also have a review on my channel and the link is going to be down below or somewhere up here. The first step is to place a tripod on the lower part of the gimbal. Now charge the device using the supplied USB-C cable using any power brick that you have. The Crane M3 supports fast charging, so don't be afraid to use it. When the gimbal is fully charged, you should see a solid battery icon on the screen. This is the quick release plate and we're going to attach this at the bottom of the camera, making sure that these arrows are pointing towards the camera grip or to the right side of the camera. On the gimbal, we have one lock on each axis, one on the pan axis, one on the roll axis, and one up here on the tilt axis. We're going to unlock the roll axis and move the arm into this position, and we're going to lock it back again. Unlock the tilt axis, and before we place the camera on the gimbal, we need to slide this lock to the right to unlock it. And now we can slide the camera like this. If you need to remove the camera, you need to slide the lock to the right side and then push the red button and at the same time pull the camera away from the mount. Now we need to balance the camera on the gimbal, and before you start this process, you need to remove the lens cap, and if you're going to use a filter, this is the time to put it on. The first step is to unlock this arm, and we're going to move the camera forward or backward until it stays on a horizontal position. When it's ready, we're going to lock the arm. Step 2, we're going to point the camera up and we want it to stay on this position. So we're going to unlock this and we're going to move the plate until the camera stays on that position and then lock it back again. As you can see, the camera is now balanced for these two positions. Now we're going to unlock the roll axis and we need to balance this so it stays on this position. Unlock the arm and move it to the right or the left until the camera stays on a horizontal position. The last step is to unlock the pan axis and we're going to move the gimbal to the side like this, and we want the camera to stay on this position without moving to any side. So once again, we're going to unlock this arm and move it until we have the right balance. If you want to use a smartphone or an action camera, you need to balance them the same way as we did with the camera. Now it's time to use the gimbal. The power button is on the right side. Press and hold for 3 seconds to power on or to power off. Every time you use the gimbal, I highly advise to go to the settings and perform the auto calibration for the gimbal. The first time you use this gimbal, you will need to download the Zhiyun Play app. Make sure that Bluetooth is on your smartphone. Open the app and you will have to activate this gimbal. You need to register if you haven't done so in the past, and then just follow the indications to finish activating your new gimbal, and chances are that you will need to make a firmware update as well. Select to upgrade, download the update, and just apply it. On the back of the gimbal, we have this trigger over here. If you double press the trigger, it will recenter the camera. If you triple press the trigger, it will flip the camera around, which is useful for vlogging. And if you press and hold the trigger, it will enter sport mode, and this will make the gimbal react faster to your movements. Right above the trigger, we have a control wheel. This is supposed to let you change different settings on your camera, like the ISO, the shutter speed, and so on. But Zhiyun is working to bring this on a future update, so it's not working right now. For now, all you can do with this is go to the settings and select where it says Control Wheel, and here you can select to control the roll axis, which is quite useful when you need to readjust the horizon. On the left side of the gimbal, this wheel will control the fill light. To turn it on, press it down for 2 seconds. When the light is on, you can change the brightness by rotating the wheel, and it will go from 10 to 100% in increments of 10. If you press the wheel, it will let you change the color temperature from 2600 Kelvin, which is a warm light, all the way up to 5400 Kelvin, which is a white light. To turn the light off, you need to press the wheel again for 2 seconds. On the main panel, we have a full-size joystick, and this will move the camera around. The joystick is omnidirectional, so it can move in different directions at the same time. For example, left and down or up and right at the same time. The speed of the movement can also be controlled. If you push just a bit, it will move slower, and the more you push in, the faster the camera will move. This is the mode button, and here we can select the different gimbal or follow modes, which are going to be indicated up here on the screen. If you single press it, it will change between the most basic modes, which are pan follow, lock mode, and follow mode. If you double press it, it will change to POV or Vortex mode. The way that I find more convenient to change the gimbal modes is directly on the screen, where you can select the mode that you want to use way faster. For those who are new to gimbals, on pan follow, the roll and the tilt axis will be locked, but the pan axis is not locked. This mode is useful for panning movements or to orbit around something. The next mode is all lock, and here all the axes are going to be locked, so no matter how you move the gimbal, the smartphone will be pointing at the same direction, and this one is useful, for example, if you plan to walk in a straight path. Next up, we have follow mode, and here the roll axis is going to be locked, but it will allow you to pan and tilt. And the last mode is POV, where everything gets unlocked, the roll, the tilt, and the panning. On Vortex mode, you can make the camera spin like this, and on this mode, you need to hold the gimbal horizontally and use the joystick to spin the camera clockwise or counterclockwise. The spinning speed will change depending on how hard you push the joystick, and you can also adjust the joystick speed on the main menu on the gimbal. To take low angle shots, we're going to be using Underslung mode, and to do so, we're going to flip the gimbal upside down like this. This USB-C port will let you connect the gimbal to your camera, and it might be helpful for 2 reasons. Number 1, on some cameras, it will let you use the record button to start or stop recording. Not all cameras are compatible with this, and Zhiyun has a complete list of the cameras that are compatible on their website. Smartphones and action cameras are not going to work with a record button. Number 2, this is also a charging port, so this will charge your connected device. And that is amazing, but I don't recommend using this all the time because this will drain your gimbal's battery way faster. If you have any questions on how to use the gimbal, please let me know. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a like. Let's all have an amazing day, and how about if I see you in the next video? Bye.